haven't spoken in a while. Part 2. Nope. Really cute. Whoa. Problem solved. Hello and welcome back to How to Hen. This is part 2 of a video on making a beautiful leafy photo frame. I can't show you because nothing is stuck there. If I remember, I will show you the finished product now. If you missed part 1 was the video where we made these sparkly gold leafies. Part 1 should appear in the little box at the end of this video. If it's not there, it will be in the description box below. I will remember to do that. Between part 1 and now, I cut the big ones out and painted them all because I only did a little bit of that in part 1 because, well, that's boring for you to watch me just sit and do that. What we're going to do now is give the leaves a little bit of texture and then stick them onto this frame, which you can use at any DIY photo booth. Excuse me. I sure hope my makeup is the same as part 1 because otherwise continuity is a bit... Oh well. I also don't have a straw in my drink this time because the straw was making hella mess. Ugh. Ah! Jesus Christ. Stop! Lipstick be damned. Sir, you're very in the way. Let's just get into it. So we made these leaves and they're looking pretty good. They're, you know, golden and whatnot, but I would like to give them a little bit more texture. Painting the gold on the ends has curled up the edges a little bit, but at this point I like to just sort of make it a little bit more leaf-like. So instead of it just being folded in half and all stiff and whatnot, I roll it a little bit, get a little bit handsy with it, and then just sort of slightly more leaf-like than it was. You can choose to roll it the other way as well if you want it to be really bendy, but I think I'm going to just keep it like this and then I'm just going to like just grope the edges. Why are there cats everywhere? Because I don't shut the door when I do this. Because I'm an idiot. It's not for cats. So it just makes it slightly less paper-like. It's still got its shape and it's still going to hold nicely. It gives the illusion this is a gold-tipped pineapple leaf top that you would find in nature. Moving on. So I'm going to do that sort of rolly thing with most of them other than this one because it's already got quite a good texture and shape to it because of the fold that we did in part 1. These ones again, they already look pretty good, but I'm just going to give it a little grope. These big ones, like, these are actually slightly too big for this frame, I think, but they will have to do because I've not got any more green paper, so I can't make any more. I also, from the offcuts between part 1 and part 2, which is now, these were all the little scraps that I had from making like these ones. So I cut all of them into sort of vague leaf shapes and painted the tip gold on both sides because I don't know where I'm putting them yet. I'm going to roll these up as well. These ones you can also just sort of do this with your finger, like just pinch and pull, and it gives it sort of a natural curve without bending the card too much or like making any bend lines, because that's the thing about rolling it, is sometimes you'll get lines in the card which you don't really want. Okay, so now I've curled all my little leafy doodads. It's time to sort of lay them out and see how we want them to look on the frame. I'm going to move you from where you are to closer. So to closer and more, you know, leany, downy, like more, so you can, you know what I mean. Okay, see you in a second. There's a couple of ways we can do this. We can do it where we have a big leaf, because we have 4 big leaves. So we can have a big leaf, 1 in each corner, or we can do 2 corners. Let's try 4 corners first. So I'm just going to move all this into the middle. I probably should have mentioned actually, the frame is just from a piece of foam board that you can get in Borders, and we just cut out the middle of it. It's super lightweight, really, really lightweight. And they have them in all different colours. I don't have to paint it. We just used a Stanley knife to cut out the middle. They come in this size, so it's super convenient and they're really cheap. This bit is a little bit more of an eyeball in it. I also wore the wrong top. I'm going to take this. I'm going to try and have a different leaf in each section. I don't know if the big leaf should go over the top of the little ones because it doesn't really make sense to have the little ones sitting, you know, directly over. It probably makes more sense to have that underneath. I also only have one of these random bad boys because I forgot that I needed more and I ran out of paper and did an extra one of these instead. See there, that doesn't work either because I don't know how well you can see that. but that's just a straight edge, which doesn't really make sense on top of it. So this one does actually need to go on top. That makes more sense. I guess you just decide what makes more sense. I think these ones always look best on top, sitting on top, because they don't have a straight edge. They're sort of round all the way around. Whereas these ones have an unnaturally straight edge. So actually probably if I made them again, I wouldn't keep them straight like that. I would round off the bottom so that we didn't have this big fake looking edge that we now need to cover with one of these. But then you need to just slot these in wherever they make sense. Quite like some of them coming down into the frame. You know, they don't just sit along this edge, they sort of come down into it. I think it just adds some texture and a bit of depth. These ones in between help break up these sort of big ones. Some of them, even if they're just sticking out only a tiny bit, it still looks better than not at all. And actually, that's kind of what you want, because you don't want them all to be sticking out. This is what it looks like with the 4 corners. While it makes sense, because we have 4 big ones, which again I'll say are slightly too big for this frame, I think. It's a little too convenient, or a little bit too, I don't know, neat in my eyes. So I think what I'll do is I'll do like 1 corner up here, and 1 corner down here to just, I don't know, make my life more difficult. Let's see, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's find it. Just gonna slide it and then fix it. And then this corner gets moved over here. And see, already, I think that looks so much better. Okay, so now we just need to fix it. Okay, so this, I think, sorry, I keep forgetting that my hands are in the frame and I'm up here like, woo, down here, yes, hi. This, I think, is so much better. The 2 sides are just much more aesthetically pleasing. It flows better. Yes, 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 yes. I'm happy with this. Practice using my, being more expressive with my hand, yay. Okay, now the tricky bit is sticking all this down so that it looks exactly like this. In order to help me remember, I'm going to take a photograph on my phone. So just start sort of sliding, try and keep as much sort of in the same place. And just move things steadily out of the way until you get to like your bottom layers. So I put it a little bit on the back of the leaf and then press the leaf. Ha! Hot! Ha! Ha! Still hot. So we leave this bit. Don't stick the whole thing down. And just keep going like that, I guess. As little as possible, I would say. Like enough to make it stick, but otherwise not too much. I also like to say that because if I make mistakes, it's easier to take it off if there's less of it. Ha! That's really hot. If you only put a little bit on, it also means you've got room underneath to like slide stuff in if you need. I come down here so I can see better. Ah! Still hot. Another safety announcement, kids, that hot glue is in fact hot. I also have hot glue in my hair. Don't do that either. Alright, so this side is now stuck down for all intents and purposes. I'm going to do this side now. So you have to be careful with these ones. I've put the glue up there and then pressed it a little bit too hard, so it's lost its bend. So that's annoying because you can sort of see that, and I can't unbend it now because that's where the glue is. It's sort of stuck down. I can use my nail to try and sharpen the edges a little bit, but to be honest, there's not really an awful lot I can do to save it. But you know, hey ho, at least it is stuck. It looks really fragile, but that's not coming off. To self-crafting also hurts your back. Okay, so both sides are now stuck. This, I know I said it's okay to be this flimsy because it is definitely stuck. I'm not loving how much it shakes when you lift it, so I think I'm going to glue this down a little bit more. So I'm just flattening the base a little bit and letting it keep some shape at the top, so we can just stick things down a little bit more. I've also put some glue underneath, like the layers underneath, more stuck to this, so there's just a little bit less movement. Same goes on this side, there's just a little bit too much movement on here, so I'm going to glue this down as well. Okay, so I think this is pretty good, like it's looking good, everything is stuck. I'm going to lift you back up so you can see me there. Oh hey, so ta-da! We're done. I mean, look, there's loads more that you could do to this. You could
have spray painted the leaves so that they were all gold. That would look really good. You could draw some more gold designs around the frame in gold Sharpie. You can write things. So if you're making one of these for a hen party, which I recommend because that's what my channel / website is all about, www.howtohen.com. If you're doing a hen party, you can write, you know, your bride's name or her name up here and the date here. You know, there's a lot of other bits and pieces. You can bedazzle it if you want, stick diamantes all over it, go crazy with glitter, whatever you want to do. The world is your oyster. However, as it stands, this, on its own, this is just a really nice frame. If you do your own version, let me know in the comments. I always like to hear from you guys. Let me know what worked, what didn't, and any ideas you have for any future craft. If you would like to see more of this kind of thing, please remember to subscribe and hit the little bell. I don't post loads, so you're not gonna get spammed. You'll just be the first to know when new stuff comes out. If you're planning on making something like this for a hen party that has had to be cancelled because of the current coronavirus crisis, not to panic. You can go to www.howtohen.com and there is a social distancing bride category that I have made specifically for celebrating from within the confines of your own home, and access to that category is completely free for everyone. So go and have a look at that if you don't want to let a global pandemic get in the way of a good party. And in the meantime, happy henning guys, stay safe, love you, bye!